I used to ask myself almost every day, is there more to life? Is this it? Even when life looked good from the outside, I felt this quiet ache, like something was missing. Eventually, I stopped chasing the next best thing and started living. So if you feel stuck, numb, disconnected, or like you're missing the point of it all, this video might be your wake-up call. And why do I think I have the answers? Who am I? Well, I'm about to tell you a short personal story. And if you'd like to skip the personal part, that's what chapters are here for, and you can go directly to your answers. And before I tell the story, you go hit the like and subscribe, you know the drill. But also, you can realize that everything is happening for you. We all live this individual experience, and how magnificent it is that everything is happening for you, for your individual life. Once you realize that, once you accept this, life's gonna be much easier. So my personal story is that I was released from a 9-to-5 job that I had back then in 2021, in which I was in probationary period. 2 months into the experience, I realized that this job ain't it. And basically what was happening was that I had nothing to do. I had to pretend working. I was asking everybody if they need some help. I was asking, what can I do? Which was not ideal. And so every day I came home, prayed, I prayed there would be something better out there, that this cannot be it, that this cannot be the final destination, that this cannot be for me, because I was such an active and ambitious and goal-oriented person. And I will tell you how I approached and resolved this situation in a moment, but before that, let's get to the answers. You know that there's more. You feel it somewhere inside of you. You know that there's more to life. Same as I knew when I was staying in a job where something was missing. And it doesn't matter if it was my previous employer's golden cage where I spent almost 4 years, or the job that I landed right after that I spent 2 months in. Maybe you feel that inner fire. You would like to contribute to something important, or you would like to become someone important, or you just feel like you were supposed to do more, or you were supposed to be somewhere else, or you just feel like everyone's doing their thing and you're stuck somewhere with nothing. I mean, there must be more, right? Because that experience you have is somehow exhausting, disappointing, dissatisfying, or maybe it lacks any sense. Maybe it's shallow and the daily life just seems off. Or you're dwelling on the past and you would like to bring it back. Or you are focused on the future and you think that only once you reach this goal, once you gain this thing, once you will be in this perfect relationship, you will be finally happy. Or you'll be happy once the tables turn in your favor. I thought that in the past, and hey, that's victim vibes. Or you put conditions upon your life, such as, hey, this only happens to rich people, so this can't happen to me, or this only happens to the lucky ones. Come on, that's not true. We all know that we don't get what we want in life, we get more of who we are. And of course, during your life, you've been told many lies, such as this happens only to the lucky ones. You were conditioned to believe that this is what it is. There's not more. This is what it is. And so you kind of gave up on life, or you settled. What I'm trying to tell you is, as cliche as it sounds, there truly is only now. So how did I resolve my situation back then when I lost my 9-to-5 in a minute? Well, I stayed in the present moment. As unbelievable as it sounds, my head did not want to overthink the situation. I was actually so relieved, so happy that the world is an open stage right now, that I can go and find myself a better, fulfilling, happier place where I will land for the next, I don't know how long. And the point is, I really stayed in the present moment with this deep acceptance of the situation. I didn't fight it, I didn't question it, I didn't, I was not disappointed. It was actually a great experience. I was like, wow, I don't have to be bored for the rest of my life or for the rest of the next few months, even. So, yeah, I just told myself that this is my ticket to freedom, despite I had no plan B, I had no big savings. I was not sure how will I pay the next 3 months if I would be out of a job for that long. But hey, staying in the present moment, accepting the situation as is, but with such a, maybe someone would say, positive attitude, I landed the next job in only 8 working days. And again, someone would say that, oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, you were lucky one. You were the lucky one. No, no. If I would not approach it as I did, I would never find a new job, I guess. Because I would be ruminating, overthinking, I would be disappointed, crying, desperate, anxious, whatever. Stay in the present moment and learn the power of acceptance. This is truly the only thing you need to do. Let go of control and let life unfold itself. So let me explain what happens when you drop the resistance. The trouble comes when you focus on fixing the now. You want the now, the present moment, to be somehow more perfect or different from what it is, or shinier, brighter. You don't want it to rain today, and all that causes your suffering. Learning acceptance takes patience, but it's so worth it. And then your life shifts not within months, but within minutes. We had a barking pause, we're good. Let me give you an example. You made yourself a vision board and you fixated yourself on the outcome on that one specific picture. And then you say that whatever it is in the picture did not happen or has not happened yet. But give it a thought and ask yourself, did it really not happen? Or am I so fixated on the specific outcome on this picture, like the colors and the people in the picture or whatever, that I think it did not happen yet? Because maybe something very, very similar happened in your life, but as an overthinker, you are so focused on what's there, what's the specific outcome, that you don't let your life to unfold. Therefore, you're still keeping yourself in the circle of disappointment. And that's what overthinkers do. They don't allow the present moment to unfold. They have another thought and another thought and another thought and another judgment about the situation, how it's supposed to be, how it should look like. And this is not what I wanted. This is not specifically what I wanted. Well, maybe you should have been more specific, but maybe you should have just learned the power of acceptance and let life unfold for you, because life knows better than you do. You think you have the best version of your life figured out in your head? No, life knows better, and it will bring you miracles if you let it. Acceptance does not mean you are giving up on your ambition, on your boundaries, on your desires, wishes that are deeply engraved in your soul and heart. Acceptance is also not avoidance, but we'll speak about that in another video. You are giving up your wishful thinking that what you want is unreachable, that it is out there, that you cannot get to it. That's what you are actually giving up with acceptance. Once you accept the present moment, you allow life to bring more or new to your life. And I'm talking to myself here because I spent years ruminating on what could be better. Never understood the principle of surrendering until I learned acceptance. Acceptance is the opposite of resistance. So even if it's a health condition, what does not help you is that you are resisting it, and what you resist persists. You just need to accept it, but not identify with it. To accept is to appreciate what is. So if someone gives you a gift that you don't like, just give them the grace of acceptance and appreciation. We might be all flawed, but there's nothing to fix. Acceptance is also saying, I don't know, but maybe I don't want to know. Maybe you know that you have some shadows or some deeper parts of yourself that you are still not ready to uncover. And that's great. That's better to accept than just to say every day, oh, I should get better. I should be a better person. How am I not? How come I don't leave this thing? How come I'm not able to let go of it? Calm down and accept. Maybe it's there, but once you accept, you allow the life force going through you. So that means that most likely it will disappear on its own. Because once you accept, everything gets clear. You accept the dark to bring out the light. And if you are a go-getter, someone who's like super focused on the future and you just already need to be there, I get you. I was such a person. But to be honest, I never got there by thinking, oh, when will I get there? Will it be tomorrow? Will it be next month? How can I work on it more? No, it was when I accept what is. And of course, I showed up as a best version of myself in the present moment. If there is a quote I swear by since high school, it's by Andy Warhol. As long as you stop wanting it, you'll get it. Once you're ready to drop the despair and greed and learn the power of acceptance, you get what you always wanted. Firstly, you get peace of mind and peace in your heart. That's priceless. But then you will also get what you always wanted. Maybe you learned acceptance and you're just questioning yourself as what are you supposed to do in this lifetime? You are searching for your purpose. Again, a question that was lingering on my mind for years. Try to flip the script. Firstly, what are you not supposed to do in this lifetime? You are not here to suffer, okay? If anybody tries to convince you of that, it's 2025, you know you are not here on this earth to suffer. You are not supposed to spend your lifetime in anxiety, in fight or flight, in a place, surroundings, environment, or with someone who gives you a hard time, okay? You're not supposed to suffer again. You're not supposed to be unhealthy. You're not supposed to be numbed. You're not supposed to live in existential crisis forever. So what are you supposed to do to let your life expand? You're supposed to live your life fully. What does that mean? What the heck does that mean? We already discussed in the video about self-love that you are here to find your truth and live your life fully. And that you should not fixate yourself on the identities around your job, around your certificates, around your university, around what you do, how kind you are, if you have enough money, you know. So again, it's the life force you are allowing in the present moment. By the way, go listen to another pep talk about that. So you're here to access the vibration of absolute bliss and peace of yours, and also how easily you can access it in daily life. And that what expands your life. I can tell you that the most fortunate things, the most lucky I was not because it would be coming in times when I was depressed. No, I firstly became happy myself, and then everything started to fall into place. Because once you access this vibration, you don't need things to make sense anymore. You don't need this thing anymore called purpose, because you make it out of your life. You automatically will see the purpose in doing the regular things. You will see it in making yourself a proper healthy breakfast or lunch or dinner, or spending time with your friends that you truly love, that you truly connect with. You will see it in everything. And if you notice, the greatest people that we admire, it's not that they would be rich, wealthy, and arrogant. It's actually that they approach us with this calm and honest presence, and you can feel that they have this respect for life. They don't let anybody humble them. They are rooted and they are grounded and peaceful and, yeah, maybe playful and maybe fun, but firstly, they are grounded. Once you come home to yourself, finding your bliss, regulating your nervous system, it is all there is. It will all make sense. From this perspective, nothing is a waste at the end of the day. Once you arrive home to yourself, you are invincible, unstoppable. No one can disturb your peace of mind. And I don't care if it's your mother-in-law or your boss, they will no longer have power over you because you're not in the victim state of, oh, I'm so sad today and life is throwing lemons at me. You know, you are the leader of your life, so they cannot stress you anymore. Acceptance is a word for me, and someone say allow or surrender or let go. But with these all other words, I feel like there's still something required of me. There's like still something more to do. There's this perspective that we are not perfect yet, etc. But if you just accept, there is this calm peace, and that's all there is. Just to remind you about the pep talk, there's nothing to fix about you. There's nothing wrong with you. You are perfectly fine. So what do we do here practically, right? So we just sit and meditate and float through space. No, that's not what we do. You need to turn your awareness back to yourself. You need to take your focus from the outside back to your body. And of course, your body operates within and beyond, but still you need to focus on yourself. And on yourself, not as your mental picture of yourself, but on yourself as a human being you are, with all your feelings, with all your emotions, with all your states that you experience. And if you say, that's great, but I cannot be that selfish. I just cannot act that selfish. I have people I love and I take care of. And you know what? That's great. But if you are consciously involving yourself in others people's suffering, are you really adding to their lives? Are you really adding to your life? I'm sorry to break it up to you, but regret, pity, or fear is not adding to your life. It just takes you lower, down to the place where you will ask, oh, is there more to life? And I'm not saying you should give up on people that you love. And I understand there's a part of you who wants the greatest things for everyone, and that's so great. However, if you really want that, just focus on that. Focus on what you want for those people, not on what you think will help their suffering. Like saying, oh, you little poor thing. You know, that's not going to help their suffering because it will hold them in their suffering. So what you do, you can pray, you can meditate, send them love in prayers, in meditation, and stay in your focus. Stay calm so nothing can shake you. The final answer to the question, is there more to life, hit me one evening when I led one of my last yoga classes, when I still was a yoga teacher. And the answer just came out of nowhere in a meditation at the end of a class. No, there's nothing more to life if you don't live it fully. But living it fully truly does not mean chasing the next best thing, next vacation, next car, next partner. I don't know. It truly means staying in present moment, because that's the only moment you can actually experience life. And that's why you like to go for a vacation so much, because there you rest, you stay within your awareness, you focus on what is right in front of you instead of what will be tomorrow, what was yesterday, if you have to do something, yada yada. And even in the present moment does not mean that you are somehow avoiding your future goals. You are working on them in the present moment. That's the most fulfilling part. That's when you will say in a year, oh, remember when I did that? That was awesome. I started my new life path, whatever. Perfect. And so, yes, there's always more to life if you are living it fully, because it's on your decision. One decision, I never understood, the thing they say, you are one decision away from a completely different life. I never understood it, but then I started to live consciously, and damn, like one decision can take you to your fullest life experience you ever had, and you don't have to change anything. So if you're still stuck on the question, what's my purpose in life? Try to think, What's the feeling I want to experience the most out of life? Is it peace? Is it joy? Is it love? Is it contentment? Is it maybe a sense of mystery? Is it adventure? Is it something else that I'm trying to feel more of in my life? And then become it. Just go and live the feeling the most and in the most ways you can. You and me and everybody else just spend so much time we spend so much time in our heads, in our minds. We are ruminating and overthinking and regretting and wishful thinking and whatever, building future in our heads. That does not work. Like, since when does that work? You were not made to live in your head. You were made to live from your heart. So what do you need? Now you know you don't need any other workshop, any ceremony, any other session with your coach. I'm sorry to all the coaches out there. I trust you are doing wonderful work, but we need to return to ourselves. We truly need more people to turn inwards and start listening to themselves. You don't need any other product that someone is trying to tell you, unless it's your heart calling, and then just go for it, buy it, sign up for it. If it's your heart that is telling you yes, and it's a calm pull towards it, it's not an urge, it's not anxiety, but it's a calm pull towards it, then go and do it. Go and get it. Go and be it. And in the meanwhile, please stay present. Just bring your awareness back to your heart where it's supposed to be, and just be. Okay, I'll leave it at that for today, and I'd love to know when your life shape shifted for you, when you finally started living and operating in the present moment, when you started accepting and appreciating it. Just let me know your story in the comments below. And until next time, I'm sending you peace and love.